Every sport has its special event and its special venue. And this week on Ski Sunday, let me welcome you to the mountains that are to ski racing what Wimbledon is to tennis, what Wembley is to football, and what Lord's is to cricket. Now this is Kitzbuhel in Austria. And this week it's been invaded by the kind of people you normally read about in the gossip columns of your morning newspapers. The jet set are here. And they've come to see this great snow carnival and this great race. Now, the 2¼ miles of ice and snow on which it all takes place, the Hahnenkamm, is the most talked about piste in the world and the most demanding. It's not only fast, it's frighteningly steep. And for the men who race it at quite alarming speeds, well, it means more to them than anything else in the calendar. Now, this year, it's a double downhill here and a slalom. The weather's good, the snow is good, and the first of the two downhills has already given us that kind of spectacle and unpredictability that Kitzbuhel has become famous for.
Here's Kerruish. Reed through the starting gate. The 1980 champion, twice third here in the two races last year. He's been 6th, 8th and 10th before. Frighteningly steep at the top. Onto the Motorfall. Swings in now left-handed to the point that caught so many out last time. And Reed is through it. Swinging again all the way to the stile hang. Icy. All the way down. Here comes Reed. So steep there, so fast, approaching today about 75 miles an hour, and Reed nearly lost a ski. That was how he started. Now we pick him up live. A comparison with one of the early runners that was sent down, but nobody's going to get anywhere near a winning time of those few people. And Reed on the course at 150.
Here he comes.
Comes over the switchback. 3 big humps. He comes down towards the finish. The last hump, 204, 205. Reed, who's trained here a while, has just had 2 training runs. 208, 41. The new snow slowing it down, but so demanding even now. And Reed does not look happy about that at all. Reed looks disgusted with himself, and he must have made a bad mistake somewhere along the course. Hates it. Percy Raber, Switzerland. Just moved into the top group of skiers. Had a very good season. He's had a 3rd place already this season. His best ever. He's scored in every race, right up there in the downhill championship. Shows the remarkable rise in form for Raber, because he was down in the 20s in finishing positions in both races here last year. So many places on this course. We've got the pre-jump. That's leg retraction, and he's very quick indeed, and Raber skiing well. Justifying his position in the Elite 15, and Raber faster than Reed. Reed leads at 208.41, Stock at 209.41. Raber trying to get into a tuck now. Trying to hold it as tight to the snow as he can. 208.41, Ken Reed, number 3 on the course. Percy Raber of Switzerland, skiing the Hahnenkamm on this beautiful day, and he should do it. 206, 207, yes, he's there. Raber leads. 207.10, and obviously Reed did make a bad mistake, because that is a remarkably big gap in a race like this. And there's Reed shaking his head yet again as he saw Raber's time. Raber, the 24-year-old from Switzerland, leads after 3 runners on the Hahnenkamm. The 4th will be Franz Klammer. Klammer almost smiling there as he came out of the gate. The winner in 75, 76 and 77. Second in one of the races. And listen to the crowd. This is the most exciting skier in the world. His arms will wave. He'll make mistakes. He'll compensate. We hope superbly, edging in there. He swings in right-handed. The light changing. Shadow into sun. Remarkable comeback of this great skier. Let's have a look. Oh, and he's slow there. So we know that Klammer can really push on, and on this course he can certainly do that, but this is a tremendous gap to try and make up. 207.10, Percy Raber leads. Klammer over the last of the roller coasters. 5, 6 won't do it. Klammer's not going to do it, and he's way down. Clamour, like Reed, has made a bad mistake, goes into fourth place, the slowest so far, and a few will beat that, I'm sure. So the mistakes being made by the experts and the men who've won here before, today here in Kitzbuhel. Not too many smiles. Hardy Weirater, Austria. World champion. Won here at Kitzbuhel last year, won the opening race of this year's World Cup downhill campaign. Weirater, who said he's been having problems with his skis like so many of the top racers, felt he'd got it sorted out here at this meeting, but with the conditions changing so much, we shall see. And Weirater, we see, is very quick at the top. It's just after the motorboat. Now, will he make a mistake like Clamour did in the midsection? So good, so low, good tuck. Here he comes now. As we pick him up, oh, and he's slow again. He's made a mistake. Mistakes are being made on the flats, obviously, which are quite slow today. When I say slow, down to about 50, 60 miles an hour. So Reed mightn't be as disappointed as he was at the finish. Still holding second to Raber. Raber at the time of 2:07:10. Weirater, he's picked up quite a little bit. A few meters to go, 5, 6, just outside at 2:07:39, and he goes into second place. So Raber still leads for Switzerland. Hartley Weirater, last year's winner, in the second place. Ken Reed third, Stock fourth, Clamour fifth. And there's a lot of racing left on this course today. Weirater trying to work it out. Where did I lose it? Terrific cheer as Conrad in Catamon, the 23-year-old Swiss skier who's won 2 downhills this season and the only man to do that, and the leader of the downhill championship, takes the motorboat into the trap, swings in left. A brilliant skier, very light. At Kitzbuhel last year, he's lost the ski, as I was about to say. At Kitzbuhel last year, he was fast and fell on the line, and Catamon has provided another sensation here on the Hahnenkamm, losing the ski completely in the very early part of the course. And there's Conrad in Catamon, obviously okay, but very disappointed indeed. Just shrugs his shoulders. The downhill championship leader won't get anything from the Hahnenkamm at Kitzbuhel here today. And at the top, Conrad Bartelski, Great Britain. Not the happiest of men here in Kitzbuhel. The skis haven't been going well. He's been a little apprehensive because it was here last year that he fell coming out of the Mausterfalle, where he's approaching now. Has memories and fears of this course, but he's through it this time. He's had some very bad training runs. Martin Bell is back out here and hoping to be back in skiing in about 10 days' time, after that injury to his elbow. And Bartelski knows that his problem, he's got to get down lower, he's got to get into a tighter tuck earlier on. Slow at the midpoint. Must get down. Oh, just a little hiccup there. Coming down, the roller coaster run. Kept that flat, squashed it well, but he lost a lot of time on the midsection. 2:09, 2:10, 2:11:33. Just ahead of Clamour. Well, he can say something about that. Nearly half a second ahead of Clamour and goes into 6th position. Now watch out for this man, Erwin Resch of Austria. Race winner this season, won the first of the exciting Val d'Isère races, and was 4th and 6th here last year. It's a course that should suit him. Oh, I wonder if he does that. He nearly sat right back and whacked the gate pole there with his ski stick. Now, he went the right side of it. We don't want all the arguments we've had before on these gates on downhill courses. He just gave it a whack with his ski stick. Erwin Resch. Very tight there. Now, the check. Lost a bit. 41.52, 7th, so Resch will surely make that up. And Resch has fallen! In the safety net. Whacked one of the gate poles earlier on. Hit that one on the way to the safety net. He looks to be okay. But Resch, who was trying to make up time, knowing I think that he was slow at the midpoint, tried too hard as he came round the left-hander. The big man, drawn 13, Peter Muller. Up, Peter. Never won on the Hahnenkamm. Best was second in 1981 to Podborski. Podborski skis next. Disqualified, remember, for missing the gate in Val d'Isère, and very annoyed about it. Muller, if you need strength you do on this course, Muller will have it. Has he got the technique? There's some gliding on it as well, which Muller's superb at. 1:40.06, he's second fastest, he can make this up. He's just a bit quicker than Raber, who still has the lead. Now, Peter Muller took a good line out of that, that's vital. Keeping in the centre of the piste, flying well there, trying to squash it, trying to keep on the snow, and Peter Muller has never won on the Hahnenkamm, has a chance here surely. 2:07.10 is Raber, and Muller is really powering down over the last few metres now. You can see the banner, so can we, and Muller there is just outside. Wow, that is remarkable. Second place, less than a quarter of a second, and Peter Muller, the hoodoo, still exists. Still, no win on the Hahnenkamm for this great skier. Tremendous run. Well, is this today when the World Cup downhill champion is going to get it right and come back? One placing in the top 15 for Steve Podborski this season. Problems on the skis, on the snow. He's had a bad crash as well. Twice the winner on the Hahnenkamm. First race last year, won in 81. Second in the second race last year. If anybody knows the course, Podborski. The first moment of truth, yes, he's the quickest. A tenth quicker, Podborski. Now, driving so hard, he made a little mistake there and slowed down just a little. Just after that midpoint, Podborski standing just slightly, struggling to get right back on the top where he was, just splits the skis a little, sets them back in, and the crowd know it, they're looking for it. 2:07.10 he's got to beat. He's coming down towards it now, surely he'll be there, yes he's there, 2:06.79, and Steve Podborski is back, and knows it. What a piece of skiing, finally sorting out the problems. Mental problems, physical problems, ski problems, but here on the Hahnenkamm, the greatest race of all, Podborski is in the lead and could get his third win. On the course now then, number 21, Gustav Uhrli from Gstaad in Switzerland. No downhill points this season. Uhrli, who made a little mistake there and paid for it. Hit it hard. Saw him lift the ski, it started to chatter, put the ski back down hard on the snow, and hit the banner very hard. Let's hope he's okay. This is where it happened. Watch the nearest ski. Very fast on this very steep course. There we are, hits the little bump, lifts the ski, tries to mono, in fact he's completely in the air, comes down on one and bangs in that ski, and as he bangs the ski in, instead of rolling it, he loses the grip. And thank goodness for the nets. He's okay, he's standing up. The attendants in there very quickly, but number 21, Gustav Uhrli, standing up. Good to see. Blue suit, Bruno Kernen, Switzerland. 21 years old, 3 times in the top 15 this year already. 7th, the best he's done. That really shows you speed and the steepness. Now, Kernen, it's third fastest. Kernen is doing it again. Bruno Kernen had this great start to the season. 2 Swiss in the top 3, Raber and Muller, Podborski ahead of them. So can Kernen, who's ranked number 4 on his team, pull off a really big surprise here? He's got a chance. And the Swiss know it, listen to them. 2:06.79, Podborski, here comes Kernen, 5, 6, he's there, 2:06.68, and Podborski, who thought he'd got it right, as we all did, has been robbed by a man who started at 29, Bruno Kernan, the 21-year-old skier and ranked number 4 in his team. Faster than Raber, faster than Fuller, faster than everybody. Bruno Kernan. Well, they say this race is never won by a fluke. You're never a great skier till you've won the Hahnenkamm. Bruno Kernan will know this day. Well, what an eventful race that was. Just when Steve Podborski thought he was there with his first win of the season, down came that surprise package from Switzerland, Bruno Kernan, and stole it by 11 hundredths of a second. Switzerland packing in 3rd and 4th as well. Canada getting 2 more men in the top 15 through McLeish and Ken Reid. Catamon, the downhill championship leader, falling in the snow. And Franz Klammer with just about the worst position of his career, finishing 43rd. He was beaten by Konrad Bartelski, who ended up 41st. And now for this second race in 2 days here at Kitzbuhel, the official 43rd International Hahnenkamm Championship. Well, the weather is absolutely glorious. There's not a cloud in the sky. You could sunbathe on the slopes. And as for the piste itself, we've had no more new snow. That snow from a day or so ago is now packed in. It should be quicker, and the run in excellent condition. The draw that hasn't been kind to the Canadians. Ken Reid, drawn number 1 yesterday, has got number 2 this time. He's followed immediately by Steve Podborski. Catamon gets number 4. Tony Berger still has the flu. He won't go. Franz Klammer is at number 10, and Konrad Bartelski, trying to get all the worries of yesterday out of his mind, is drawn number 14. And here we go. Helmut Hoflener of Austria on his way down the Hahnenkamm for the second time in 2 days. Equal 10th yesterday. The Mauserfaller first. Swings left-handed. Takes that well. Coming now to the Sideline. Left and right-handed turns, coming from the sun into the shadow, on to the steep part, which is kept icy. Oh, and Hoflener's gone. Hoflener going so high on that, couldn't throw the weight forward, went up far too high on the big jump there. That's the Hausberg. An indication this course is going to be much faster today than it was yesterday. They've had inspections. They haven't, of course, had a practice between the 2 runs. But Hoflener there, no chance at all as he went so high and couldn't throw his weight back forwards, and the crash on number 1. Come on, Kenny, the shout that comes from the Canadians packed around the top. Ken Reid, the 1980 Kitzbuhel champion, equal 13th, who skied this superbly yesterday, and then a mistake on the flat down through the middle. A little bit hesitant there, but going well. Podborski waiting at the top. The next man to go won't have the advantage of Reid radioing back to him to tell him about the course. Now, picking him up live as he swings in through, preparing for the Hausberg jump. 1:35.86, and Reid is going well. Now he's got the switchback finish where the legs really begin to burn, the muscles ache, leaping high, trying to squash it, trying to get leg retraction, and Kenny Reid is still going, and this is faster today. Reid coming down towards the line now. It was 2:06.68, the best time yesterday, and 2:02.47, and Reid has skied it well. Now, has he skied it quick enough? Disappointment yesterday, no sign from today. Reid leads, Podborski to follow him. Oh, Podborski on one ski as he came out of the starter. He hadn't gone more than a meter and he nearly lost balance completely. He had to wait at the bottom so long yesterday when he thought the race was his. Then it was stolen. One of the greatest races the Hahnenkamm has seen. Won it last year, second in the first of the 2 races. Won it in 1981, second yesterday. And desperate to get back to form, which seems to have come back after yesterday's performance. And so look at this, 1:36.63, slower than Ken Reid, and that mistake will have unsettled him. And he doesn't look at all happy. He's quite open there, standing up. Just possibly might have wrenched the muscle as he came out of the starter, because he didn't look at all happy. 2:02.47 is Reid. Podborski picking up as he comes down through the switchback at the bottom, but he can't do that. 2:03.20, he'll be disappointed. He'll be as disappointed today as Reed was yesterday, I'm sure. A mistake right at the very beginning, as Reed standing there and just watching, and neither of them saying a word. Downhill championship leader, the only man to win 2 races so far this season. We've had 6 downhills, who fell here yesterday quite early. That was a repeat of his performance 12 months ago. Catamon, 23-year-old Swiss skier, who leads the championship. Caught a tip yesterday. Binding came loose and lost a ski. Style hang. Swings in now, comes to us live at the Upper Hausberg, and slow, my goodness, slow. And Catamon again, one-legged, nearly lost it there. Tucks in, trying to get as low as possible. 2:02.47 is Reed, and Catamon won't shatter that. 2:03.80, and the slowest of the men who's finished. Hoflener having fallen. So Catamon's lead at the top of the downhill championship being threatened here on the Hahnenkamm. Switzerland, who did so well yesterday. This is Ersi Reber, who came 3rd. Kernan, of course, won it. Podborski 2nd. This is the man who came 3rd. Really has skied superbly this season, come right up from his normal finishing positions of last year in the mid-20s. 2 best ever placings, 2 thirds. Switzerland were certainly a very happy skiing nation last night, and look at that, they'll be happy again here this afternoon, because Reber leads at the midpoint. The Swiss ski preparation seems to be absolutely right for the Hahnenkamm here this year. Austria seemed all wrong yesterday. They've worked all night, and now they know they've got another big battle on it. Reber skis down here, attacking Ken Reed's leading time of 2:02.47. There it is on the left, and Reber is inside of the banner. A tuck in and a glide, and he's there. 2:02.19. Reber leads for Switzerland, and the Swiss fans who are here with trumpets, bands, cowbells, and everything else are banging them again. Again from Switzerland, Silvano Mili, a 22-year-old who's yet to win a World Cup race. 8th yesterday, his best ever, 5th place in North America at the end of last season, which produced quite a few shock results. Edging furiously to get inside that control gate. Really had to cut in there. Good plume from the back, which shows he's carving well. No side slipping, carving, transferring the weight from the front to the back to get maximum acceleration out of the turn. 1:35.84, second fastest. So the Swiss skis running well, the Swiss skiers going well on them. The traverse, where it all drops away from you. Big crowd, they're about 15, 20 deep all the way down the course and about 100 deep down at the bottom. Here comes Mili, a Swiss skier leads. Is Mili going to take it from him? 2:02.19 to beat. He's pretty close, he's pretty close. Just outside, goes 3rd place. So Reber still has it from Reed, and Mili with a smile goes 3rd. Switzerland really are skiing superbly this weekend here in Austria. Peter Muller, who's never won on the Hahnenkamm. Best ever, 2nd in 1981 to Bob Borski, 4th yesterday. Most powerful skier on the circuit. And Muller so determined. The Swiss team all producing good results. Muller turns in. Good tight line. Just struggling just a little down there over the style hang. Comes to the Hausberg. And 1:35.83, second fastest. Lost just a little bit on the style hang and made another slight mistake there. Muller, says the Swiss coach, tries too hard in events that he wants so dearly. See if the coach is right or whether Muller is right today. We'll know in just a second or two as he comes down now over the switchback finish. One of the great sights in ski racing. 2:02.19, Raber. No, 2:02.69 goes third. And Reed still holds on to second. Muller looks up and says, yet another year when I haven't won it. The bogey. And here he is, Clammer. I would say that more people have come here to the Hahnenkamm to see this man than any other. The three-time champion back in the 1970s, who got it all wrong yesterday, despite this marvelous recovery, which has brought him right back to the top of downhill skiing this season. And again, a mistake there for Clammer. Good turn. Look at the arm, unmistakable, swinging all over the place. Fights the hill and produces excitement on the snow. 35, 36, 34, fifth fastest. He's less than a second down, and Clammer could do that. He's done it before. He could pick up a second on the bottom part, and Austria know it, and they're cheering. Flies it. Flies it again. Trying to keep it low. 2:02.19, he's coming down through this big avenue of people. He could just make it. 2:02 outside, 2:02.79, and look at that. It's less than half a second, and he drops right down to fifth. Raber, Reed, Fuller, and Mealy are ahead of him. So Clammer hasn't done it either. And Austria are beginning to worry now. Well, Todd Brooker will know about Reed's run, which gave him second place, about Podborski's run, which gave him sixth. The radio's been working up to the top. Todd Brooker, who was 17th here yesterday after a bad mistake, and he made another one there. Sat right back on the landing out of the mountain bus. Two crashes this season. Apart from that, he's been 11th, 6th, and yesterday's 17th. Kitzbuhel living up to his reputation, providing great ski weather and great ski action. 1:35.41, and Brooker second fastest at the midpoint split.
He's doing a good job.
Now,
Second now, Todd Brooker.
Brooker, he must restrain himself. He tends to push too hard, and he had a bad landing there. Ski tips going together. Gets back in, gets back online, holds the balance. Raber's time on the left. Reed lying second. He's in touch. He's there. 2:01.96, and the 23-year-old Todd Brooker waves the arms in the air. And Canada, who threatened yesterday, have got it here at the moment. What a rise to fame this young man has had this season. And in they go. In they go. Ken Reed, who was disappointed with Podborski, is delighted with Brooker. The salute. Well, KB for GB. Konrad Bartelski, Great Britain, ranked now 14th in the world's top downhillers. A disastrous day yesterday, even though he'd been fast Clammer. And desperately trying to get into a lower tuck position on the hill. He's opening too much, not getting into a low tuck, and hesitant from open to close. Little wide, but he's all right. Now. That's the slowest, and he's gone. Oh, my. The Hausberg and Bartelski has crashed. He's up. He will be livid. He fell here coming out of the Mauserfalle last year, and Kitzbuhel has got him again. And here's the man who had the Swiss fans parading the town non-stop throughout the night, Bruno Kernen, yesterday's winner. They had him on their shoulders. They took him around the town. They wouldn't let him go until way into the late evening. The Bruno band already striking up. Really has come to the top this season. Here comes Kernen. He's left himself too much to do, I think. He has. And 2:02.97 goes 7th, just behind Clammer. Well, what a great Kitzbuhel weekend for Bruno Curtis. Yet again, then, a Canadian triumph for Kitzbuhel. For the 4th year running, they take the Hahnenkamm Championship race. Todd Brooker following Ken Reid, and 2 wins by Podborski. Reid this time is 3rd. Austria are pushed out with Clammer, their best man, in 6th place. Weirauter, by the way, actually finished a disappointing 11th. Konrad Bartelski will be glad to know perfectly okay after his fall, but Todd Brooker is the man of the 1983 Hahnenkamm Classic.
Todd Brooker, many congratulations. You've been threatening all season. You couldn't have picked a better place to get it right, could you?
No, this is the place I've wanted to win all year, and ever since I've seen Ken and Steve win here, I've managed this year to have half good runs and good section times, and it really pleases me to know I can put a whole run together, and especially come down and win. I'm just thrilled.
Because last year here, I mean, you proved a bit of a surprise. I think you were down at about 39 start, and you came in 13th, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a good run last year, and it was fairly good for my first time here. But I was really looking forward to coming back here this year. And yesterday it wasn't quite the same. It was a little bit slower, and the snow today then was hard. And today was Kitzbuhel. Today was a lot of fun. It was a good race.
And with that, Franz Clammer is now only 3 points behind Conrad and Catamon in the downhill championship. Catamon 15th in that second race. Well, then the Swiss Challenge, that's followed by Reid, the top Canadian, and Todd Brooker coming in now at number 10. And now today, then, to complete a Kitzbuhel weekend where once again they produced the best weather and the best racing of the World Cup season so far, we have the